Welcome to the channel and thank you for being here today. If you're new, I'm Simon Sinek and we're about to dive into a life-changing habit that has the power to skyrocket your productivity in just 30 days. Now you may be wondering, what's this secret habit? Or why 30 days? Well, that's what we're going to unpack in today's video. And by the end, you'll not only understand why this habit is so powerful, but you'll also be ready to implement it in your life for some major transformations. So make sure you stick around, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and turn on the notifications to stay updated with all of our productivity tips and strategies. Before we get into the details, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're not living up to your potential? Or maybe you've had days where you look back and think, where did all my time go? You're not alone. Many of us struggle with time management, feeling overwhelmed by our to-do lists and just finding it hard to get into the flow of things. Whether you're an entrepreneur, a student, or someone juggling multiple roles in life, productivity is something we all strive for. But here's the thing, you don't need to work harder or longer hours to see results. What you need is a simple, consistent habit that helps you stay focused, disciplined, and more organized. Today, I want to reveal that secret habit, the 30-day habit challenge. Over the next 30 days, you'll commit to one small, achievable habit that will have a massive impact on your productivity. It might sound simple, but this habit has been used by some of the most successful people in the world to boost their productivity and achieve long-term success. The key is consistency, and by doing this habit daily for a month, you'll see real, tangible changes in how you approach work, personal goals, and even your overall mindset. Let's take a moment to understand why this habit works and why it's not just another fleeting trend or motivational tactic. It's about creating systems that allow us to show up every day despite how we feel. The idea of committing to something for just 30 days takes away the pressure of making an overwhelming, permanent change. It's just 1 month, and by the time it's over, you'll realize how much you've transformed and how much more productive you can be with just a small shift in your daily habits. Let's explore why the 30-day habit challenge is so powerful and how you can apply it in your life starting today. When we talk about productivity, one thing that often gets overlooked is the importance of consistency. We live in a world that demands immediate results. Social media, advertisements, even personal development books often promise quick fixes. But the truth is, success doesn't come from working harder or longer hours. It's about showing up every single day and staying consistent even on the days you feel tired, distracted, or less motivated. This is where the 30-day habit challenge comes into play. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire life overnight, you're committing to a small habit that you can do every day. It doesn't matter how big or small the habit is. The key is that it's consistent, and over time, it builds momentum. It's the idea of making incremental progress, with each day stacking on top of the previous one until it becomes a part of who you are. For example, if you decide that you want to improve your focus and productivity, you might start by committing to 15 minutes of deep work every day. It's not much, but it's 15 minutes of pure, uninterrupted focus. Over the course of 30 days, you will see the compound effect of those small actions. What makes consistency so powerful is that it helps you overcome the constant distractions and temptations we face in modern life. We live in a world full of notifications, emails, and a constant stream of information, all vying for our attention. But consistency isn't just about sticking to a task. It's about building a mindset that understands the value of showing up every day, regardless of how you feel. Once you start practicing this, you'll notice that your ability to focus and perform tasks improves. You start developing a routine that feels natural, and before you know it, you're doing things without even thinking about them. Consistency also helps reduce the overwhelm that many of us face when starting new projects or goals. You might look at a big goal and think this is too much, or I don't know where to start. But when you break it down into manageable daily actions, the overwhelm starts to fade. The 30-day habit challenge allows you to focus on one thing at a time, ensuring that your energy and efforts are channeled into a single, high-impact habit that moves the needle forward. The best part? You don't need to have a perfect day to see results. Some days will be better than others, and that's perfectly fine. The point is that you're showing up consistently, and each day's effort builds on the last. By the end of 30 days, you'll be amazed at how much you've accomplished, simply because you made the commitment to keep going, no matter the circumstances. Now that you understand the power of consistency, let's talk about how you can actually implement the 30-day habit challenge. The idea is to start small and choose one habit that you want to develop, one that will directly impact your productivity and effectiveness. This could be anything from journaling your goals each morning, setting aside specific time blocks for focused work, exercising daily, or even practicing mindfulness for 10 minutes a day. The most important thing when choosing your habit is to make sure it's something achievable and measurable. Setting a goal that's too broad or unrealistic can lead to frustration. For example, I want to be more productive is too vague and doesn't give you a clear path to follow. Instead, you could choose something like, I'll write down my top 3 tasks every morning, or I'll spend 30 minutes each morning working on a single project. These are habits that you can track and measure daily. Once you've picked your habit, it's important to track your progress. One of the easiest ways to do this is by using a habit tracker where you mark off each day that you successfully complete your habit. Not only does this create a sense of accomplishment, but it also helps you stay accountable to yourself. You can find habit trackers online or create your own on a piece of paper or in an app, whatever works best for you. Accountability is another key factor in making the 30-day habit challenge successful. If you try to do this alone, you may lose motivation or forget to stay consistent. So, consider sharing your goal with a friend or family member, or even posting it on social media. Knowing that others are aware of your commitment increases your accountability and can give you that extra push on the tougher days. Another strategy is to set a reward system for yourself. At the end of the 30 days, treat yourself to something you've been wanting. This could be anything from a nice meal to a small gift. Positive reinforcement makes the process more enjoyable and can motivate you to stick with the habit throughout the month. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's about getting better every day. By the end of 30 days, you'll see a significant improvement in your productivity and a deeper understanding of what habits work best for you. As with any habit building process, there will be obstacles along the way. Some days life will get in the way. You might get distracted, have a bad day, or simply not feel motivated to stick with your habit. This is completely normal, and it's important not to get discouraged when things don't go as planned. The key is to embrace setbacks as part of the process. One of the most powerful lessons from the 30-day habit challenge is learning to be resilient in the face of challenges. Life isn't perfect, and sometimes we encounter situations that throw us off track. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the ability to bounce back quickly. If you miss a day or fall behind, don't beat yourself up. Just get back to your habit the next day and keep moving forward. Building resilience also means understanding that you are not always going to feel motivated. Motivation ebbs and flows, but consistency is what helps you keep going even when the excitement fades. This is why the 30-day habit challenge is so powerful. It forces you to rely on your commitment, not your emotions. Even when you don't feel like doing it, you do it anyway, and that builds mental toughness. To help with setbacks, create an emergency plan for when things get busy. For example, if you know you might have a long day ahead, plan your habit earlier in the day or make it a shorter version of your usual routine. The point is to keep the momentum going, even if it means adjusting your plan temporarily. This helps you stay on track without feeling like you've failed. In the end, building resilience and overcoming obstacles is part of the journey. By the time the 30 days are up, you'll have not only developed a powerful habit, but also a stronger mindset that will carry you through any future challenges. By the time you reach the end of your 30-day habit challenge, you'll likely look back and be amazed at the growth you've experienced, not just in terms of your productivity, but in your mindset and approach to challenges. The beauty of this process is that the results build on themselves. As you continue practicing your new habit each day, you're also cultivating the compound effect, the idea that small, consistent actions lead to exponential growth over time. The compound effect is a powerful concept that applies to almost every aspect of life. In the context of productivity, it means that the more consistent you are with your habits, the more momentum you'll build. Each day's effort compounds, and the results become far greater than the sum of the individual actions. A 15-minute daily habit might not seem like much at first, but by the end of 30 days, you'll have spent hours on focused, productive work that can lead to huge breakthroughs. This principle isn't just applicable to the 30-day habit challenge. It's something you can apply to all areas of your life. Whether it's fitness, learning a new skill, or growing your business, consistency and small improvements are what lead to long-term success. The 30 days are just the beginning. Once you complete your first challenge, you can continue to build on it and take on even bigger goals. Remember, success doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of showing up each day, committing to small habits, and having the patience to see them through. By implementing the 30-day habit challenge into your life, you'll create the foundation for continuous growth and success. As you finish this video, think about what habit you want to start today. Commit to it for 30 days, and I promise you'll see amazing results. Let me know in the comments what habit you'll choose, and don't forget to share this video with someone who needs that extra push. And remember, your future self will thank you for the consistency you start today. Choosing the right habit for the 30-day habit challenge can be the difference between success and failure. It's crucial to select something that will truly make a difference in your productivity, but that also aligns with your personal goals. It might sound easy to pick any habit, but it's important to make sure it's something you will actually follow through with consistently. The challenge is to identify one habit that, when practiced consistently, will unlock the potential for exponential growth in your day-to-day life. Start by evaluating areas of your life where you feel you need improvement. Are you constantly distracted by your phone? Do you struggle to manage time effectively? Perhaps you find it difficult to stay motivated in the middle of the day. The most impactful habit is one that addresses a specific challenge you face, something that, when solved, will have a ripple effect on your productivity. For instance, if time management is a challenge, committing to a habit like the Pomodoro technique or time blocking could be the solution. It's essential to pick something that is simple, measurable, and doesn't overwhelm you. If you set a habit that's too ambitious, you may feel defeated before the end of the challenge. But if the habit is too easy, you might not see any real transformation. For example, a habit like exercise every day for 10 minutes can be incredibly effective, but the same goes for spend 20 minutes in the morning planning my day. Both of these small habits are actionable and won't take up too much time, but will yield impressive benefits in terms of energy, clarity, and focus. Another key to choosing the right habit is to think about its sustainability. Will you be able to keep up with it beyond the 30 days? A successful habit isn't one that feels like a chore. It's something that will eventually become second nature. So when picking your habit, ensure that it's something that fits your lifestyle in the long term, even if it means tweaking the habit slightly over time. The goal isn't just to finish the 30 days, but to integrate this habit into your daily routine for long-term benefits. As with any journey, the 30-day habit challenge will have its share of roadblocks. There will be days when you don't feel like sticking to your habit, or life throws unexpected challenges your way. It's essential to expect these roadblocks and prepare yourself mentally for them, as they are completely normal. Understanding that setbacks are a part of the process will help you push through tough times without giving up on the habit altogether. One of the biggest challenges people face during the 30-day habit challenge is a lack of motivation. At first, when you start your habit, it might feel exciting and fresh, but as days go by, the initial enthusiasm can fade, and that's when you'll need to dig deeper. Motivation is a fleeting feeling. It comes and goes. But when you have a strong why behind your habit, you'll find it easier to stay committed even when motivation fades. To stay motivated, break your 30-day challenge into smaller milestones. Instead of thinking about the full 30 days, focus on completing 1 week at a time. Celebrate each small victory, whether it's completing a full week or seeing your productivity increase. These mini milestones give you something to look forward to, and they provide the sense of accomplishment needed to keep going. You can also reward yourself after completing each milestone, like treating yourself to something special or simply taking a break to relax. Accountability plays a huge role in maintaining consistency and motivation. Having someone to share your progress with can keep you on track. Whether it's a friend, family member, or a social media group, telling someone about your habit challenge adds an element of accountability. When you know that others are checking in on you or are tracking their own progress alongside you, it strengthens your commitment to the habit. If roadblocks or distractions do arise, don't get discouraged. Life happens. If you miss a day, simply get back on track the following day. One of the worst things you can do is let guilt or frustration prevent you from continuing. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day, even on the days when you don't feel like it. Those are the days when you build mental strength and resilience. Resilience, after all, is a skill, and just like any other skill, it gets stronger with practice. The importance of tracking and reflecting on your progress cannot be overstated when it comes to habit formation. Without tracking, you might lose sight of how far you've come, and without reflection, you may miss out on valuable lessons that could help you optimize your habits moving forward. By integrating tracking and reflection into your 30-day habit challenge, you create a powerful feedback loop that reinforces consistency, encourages growth, and helps you improve. One of the easiest and most effective ways to track your habit is by using a habit tracker. Whether you use a simple paper chart, a digital app, or a journal, having a visual representation of your progress can be incredibly motivating. Each time you complete your habit, you mark it off, and the act of seeing your streak grow day after day encourages you to keep going. It creates a sense of pride and accomplishment that helps you push through tough days. Beyond simply tracking, it's important to reflect on your journey as you go. Set aside time at the end of each week to evaluate how well you've stuck to your habit. Did you face any challenges? What worked well and what didn't? What could you improve moving forward? Reflection helps you fine-tune your approach, adjust any habits that aren't working, and identify strategies to overcome future obstacles. It also allows you to celebrate the wins, no matter how small. This process not only keeps you on track, but also helps you see the broader picture of your growth. The power of tracking and reflecting extends beyond the 30-day period. After completing your habit challenge, take time to assess the overall impact it has had on your life. How has your productivity changed? Are you more focused, motivated, or organized? Perhaps you've gained more clarity in your goals or learned how to manage your time more effectively. This reflection is key to determining whether you want to continue with the habit or if you'd like to introduce a new challenge to keep progressing. Moreover, when you track your progress and reflect on it, you create an opportunity for self-compassion. There will be days when you slip up or things don't go according to plan, but tracking provides a way to acknowledge your mistakes and move forward without judgment. Instead of focusing on the missed days, focus on the positive strides you've made. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. As we wrap up the 30-day habit challenge, it's important to understand that the benefits of habit building extend far beyond the initial 30 days. When you commit to consistent habits, you're setting the foundation for long-term success, both personally and professionally. The habits you develop during the 30 days will not only improve your productivity, but they'll also help you become more disciplined, resilient, and focused in every aspect of your life. The first major benefit of habit building is the increased sense of control over your life. Many of us feel overwhelmed or reactive when we don't have structure or routines, but when you establish a positive habit, you create structure that works for you. For instance, by committing to a daily morning planning habit, you regain control over your time, allowing you to make intentional choices about how you spend your day. Over time, this sense of control helps reduce stress and anxiety because you no longer feel like you're constantly playing catch-up. Another long-term benefit is the improvement in your mental and emotional resilience. As you face challenges and setbacks during your 30-day challenge, you'll develop a stronger mindset and a more positive attitude toward obstacles. You'll learn to embrace failures as opportunities for growth rather than as setbacks, and you'll build the mental toughness to keep going even when things get tough. This emotional resilience is incredibly important when it comes to dealing with life's unpredictability. Finally, once you complete your first 30-day habit challenge, you'll realize that this process can be repeated with different habits, leading to even greater growth. After mastering one habit, you can choose another area in your life where you'd like to improve, whether it's health, relationships, or career goals. The more positive habits you create, the more successful you become over time. And the best part is that as you continue to build these habits, they'll start to reinforce one another, creating a cycle of continuous growth. As you move beyond the 30 days, you'll start to notice that the positive effects of your habit challenge will ripple out into other areas of your life. Whether it's better health, improved work performance, or even better relationships, consistent habits have a compound effect that creates momentum in all parts of your life. The secret to long-term success isn't found in quick fixes or temporary bursts of motivation. It's found in building consistent habits that support your overall growth and well-being. When it comes to productivity and habit formation, mindset is everything. It's one of the most critical elements that determines whether you succeed or fail in building lasting habits. Without the right mindset, even the best intentions can fizzle out. So, before we dive into the practicalities of the 30-day habit challenge, let's take a moment to talk about developing a mindset that supports lasting change. The first key to cultivating the right mindset is self-compassion. We tend to be our harshest critics, especially when we miss a day or don't meet a goal, but this kind of thinking only sets us back. If you slip up or fail to complete your habit for one day instead of feeling guilty or frustrated, treat yourself with understanding. Recognize that progress is not linear and there will be moments of difficulty. What matters most is not perfection but persistence. Many people make the mistake of trying to force themselves into a rigid structure when they're forming a new habit. Instead of sticking with what feels right for their personality and lifestyle, they try to force habits that they don't genuinely enjoy or align with. This kind of mental resistance will only cause frustration and burnout. Developing a growth mindset, on the other hand, involves being open to experimenting with different approaches, being flexible with how you accomplish your goals, and being willing to adjust the habit when necessary. Another important mindset shift is to stop seeing challenges or failures as roadblocks. Instead, view them as valuable learning opportunities. When you hit a roadblock or miss a day in your 30-day habit challenge, don't view it as a failure, view it as a moment to learn something new about yourself. Is your habit too challenging for your current lifestyle? Do you need to set a smaller goal? Or perhaps you just need more time? Every setback is a lesson that teaches you how to refine your approach. The power of mindset also lies in your ability to be patient. Building new habits takes time and it requires dedication, but it's crucial to understand that transformation doesn't happen overnight. The 30-day habit challenge isn't about rushing to the finish line. It's about showing up every day, even on the tough days, and trusting that the results will come. By developing patience and trusting the process, you'll set yourself up for long-term success.